Windows 10. Every computer needs an operating system which lets you to operate your computer. Microsoft Windows is one of the most popular operating system. Some of the functions which the Windows operating system allows you to do are access applications, programs on your computer, such as word processing, games, spreadsheets, calculator, and so on. Load any new program onto the computer. Manage hardware such as printer, scanner, mouse, digital camera, etc. Manage stored files on your computer. Change computer settings such as color schemes, screensavers, and the resolution of your monitor. Knowing software version. There are several versions of Microsoft Windows. You may have heard of Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. You can know the version in 7 Windows or older version by following these steps. Right-click on My Computer icon present on the desktop. Select Properties from the shortcut menu. The System Properties dialog box will appear. This shows what version of Windows you are currently operating. Also, you can know the version in Windows 10 systems by following these steps. Right-click this PC icon on the desktop. Select the Properties button. The System Properties dialog box will appear. This shows what version of Windows you are currently operating. Other useful information you may be required to know is what system configuration you have. The Device Manager can tell you this by clicking the Device Manager link on the left. The Device Manager dialog box has a list of devices attached to your PC. More information about each can be obtained by clicking the icon with the plus sign located in front of each device. Introduction to Desktop. The main area that you see after you turn on the computer is called Desktop. Let's have a look at various things present on your desktop. You will have a few small pictures on your desktop. These are called the icons. To access the program the icon represents or to view contents of these icons, they must be opened. To open an icon, point to it with your mouse and then double-click it using the left mouse button. Glossary of icons. This PC. It displays information about your computer, such as contents of your computer drives and details of printers you have installed. It also shows you to find, view, and organize files. The Recycle Bin. The Recycle Bin is a storage area used for storing deleted files and folders. They will remain there until you empty the Recycle Bin. Once you have emptied the Recycle Bin, it is not possible to retrieve deleted files. Network. It displays the computers connected to the network. You can explore any computer of your network. It is also used to change the settings of the network. Control Panel. Using Control Panel, you can change security settings, manage user accounts, change settings of network and internet, change appearance and personalize settings, change clock, language and region settings, change hardware settings, add or remove programs, and even you can suggest Windows settings. The taskbar. The taskbar is the long horizontal bar at the bottom of your screen. Unlike the desktop, which can get obscured by open windows, the taskbar is almost always visible. It has 3 main sections. The Start button, which opens the Start menu. The middle section, which shows which programs and files you have opened and allows you to quickly switch between them. The notification area, which includes a clock and icons, small pictures that communicate the status of certain programs and computer settings. Keep track of your windows. If you open more than one program or file at a time, you can quickly start piling up open windows on your desktop. Because windows often cover one another or take up the whole screen, it is sometimes hard to see what else is underneath or hard to remember what you have already opened. That's where the taskbar plays its role. Whenever you open a program, folder, or file, Windows creates a corresponding button on the taskbar. The button shows an icon that represents the open program. In the picture below, two programs are open, YouTube and MS Word, and each one of them has its own button on the taskbar, minimizing and maximizing window. When a window is active, its icon is highlighted in the taskbar. Clicking its icon in taskbar minimizes the window. It means that the window disappears from the desktop. Minimizing a window does not close it or delete its contents. It only temporarily removes the window from the desktop. In the given picture, calculator window is open. Click its icon, which is highlighted in the taskbar, to minimize it. You can also minimize a window by clicking the Minimize button in the upper right corner of the window. Once the window is minimized, it can be maximized by clicking on its icon on the taskbar. Notification area. Area on the far right side of the taskbar that includes a clock and a group of icons is called notification area. It looks like this. These icons communicate the status of something on your computer or provide access to certain settings. The set of icons you see depends on which programs or services you have installed and how your computer manufacturer set up your computer. When you move your pointer to a particular icon, you will see that the icon name or the status of a setting. For example, pointing to the volume icon shows the current volume level of your computer. Pointing to the network icon displays information about whether your computer is connected to a network, the connection speed, and the signal strength. Double-clicking an icon in the notification area usually opens the program or setting associated with it. For example, double-clicking the volume icon opens the volume controls. Double-clicking the network icon opens the network and sharing center. Occasionally, an icon in the notification area will display a small pop-up window called a notification to notify you about something. If you do not do anything, the notification will fade away on its own after a few seconds. To reduce clutter, Windows hides icons in the notification area when you have not used them. If icons become hidden, click the Show Hidden Icons button to display hidden icons temporarily. There are many ways to customize the taskbar to suit your preferences. For example, you can move the entire taskbar to the left, right, or top edge of the screen. You can make the taskbar larger and ask Windows automatically to hide it when you are not using it and add toolbars to it. How to unlock the taskbar? Right-click an empty space on the taskbar. If Lock the taskbar has a check mark to it, the taskbar is locked. You can unlock it by clicking Lock the taskbar, which removes the check mark. How to move the taskbar? Click an empty space on the taskbar and then hold down the mouse button. As you drag the taskbar to one of the four edges of the desktop. When the taskbar is where you want it, release the mouse button. Start button. The Start button is located at the bottom of the screen on the left-hand side of the taskbar and gives you access to most things available on your computer. When you click the Start button, you will see a menu. Clicking any item will run the application. Opening an application. There are many ways to open an application. It is up to you to find one or two that suit you. The most common ways are by clicking the Start button, going to the All Apps, and locating the application in the list that appears by double-clicking with the mouse on a shortcut icon on the desktop if one has been created. The icons shown here are the shortcuts for Tux Paint and Google Chrome applications. Some applications may be located on the taskbar as a quick link. Look at the left-hand side of the taskbar just after the Start button. These quick links need to be clicked once. What is a window? A window is a boxed area in which you view programs, files, folders, drives, icons, representing programs, and other elements. A window sits on the desktop much the same as a book might sit on your desk. All windows have similar features. This makes it easier for users to use even when they are unfamiliar with an application. Let's take a look at a typical window. Title bar. It displays the name of the document and program or the folder name if you are working in a folder. Minimize, maximize, and close buttons. These buttons hide the window, enlarge it to fill the whole screen, and close it respectively. Menu bar. It contains items that you can click to make choices in a program. Scroll bar. It lets you scroll contents of the window to see information that is currently out of view. Borders and corners. You can drag these with your mouse pointer to change the size of the window. Other windows might have additional buttons, boxes, or bars, but they usually have these basic parts. Menu bar, title bar, minimize button, maximize button, close button, scroll bar, border and corners. Switching between windows. If you open more than one program or document, your desktop can quickly become cluttered with windows. Keeping track of which windows you have opened is not always easy. That is because some windows might partially or completely cover others. You can switch between windows by following ways. Using the taskbar. The taskbar provides a way to organize all windows. Each window has a corresponding button on the taskbar. To switch to another window, just click its taskbar button. The window appears in front of all other windows, becoming the active window, the one you are currently working in. To easily identify a window, point to its taskbar button. When you point to a taskbar button, you will see a thumbnail-sized preview of the window. This preview will tell whether the content of the window is a document, a photo, or a running video. This preview is especially useful if you are not able to identify a window by its title alone. Using Alt plus Tab, you can switch to the previous window by pressing Alt key and then tap Tab key repeatedly. To switch between the available running applications, using on-screen thumbnails, release both the keys when you find the one you wish to switch. Using Arrow Flip 3D. Arrow Flip 3D arranges your windows in a three-dimensional stack that you can quickly flip through. To use Flip 3D, take these steps. Hold down the Windows logo key and press Tab to open Flip 3D. Rotate the mouse wheel to cycle through open windows. Click any part of any window in the stack to display that window. You can also press right arrow or down arrow to cycle forward one window or press left arrow or up arrow to cycle backward one window or press the Enter key. Flip 3D is a part of the Aero desktop experience. If your computer does not support Aero, you can view the open programs and windows on your computer by pressing Alt plus Tab. To cycle through the open windows, you can press the Tab key and press the arrow keys, or you can use your mouse. Dialog box. Dialog boxes are special windows where you are asked to give details and select options. The choices you make are then sent as commands to the software you are using. Dialog boxes vary depending on the task requested as well as the application. However, they do have several items in common. Dialog boxes vary in appearance, but some typical options and their uses are checkboxes. Checkboxes are selected if there is a tick in them. Clicking in the checkbox will select it. Clicking a second time will deselect. You can have as many checkboxes selected as you want or need. Tabs. Tabs allow several dialog boxes to be in one area. To change dialog boxes, click a tab with the mouse or use Ctrl plus Tab on the keyboard. Drop down or pull down menu. This menu has a downward pointing arrow next to it. After clicking this arrow, a list appears. When the list appears, make your selection by clicking it. The drop-down menu will then close and your choice will show up in the field. Spinner. It looks like miniature scroll bars. Clicking the up arrow increases the value in the field, while clicking the down arrow decreases the value. You can also type the value directly instead of using spinners. Help button. A help button is a round button with a question mark. It is a handy help tool. It is generally located next to the close button on the title bar. Click this icon with the mouse and then click the item on which you need more information. A help window will open. The keyboard shortcut to open help window is F1. Radio buttons. You can click a radio button to select. It is a choice button and only one in the series can be selected. When you select a different radio button, the original one is deselected.